Have you ever thought about the economics of achieving your goal? Or maybe better yet, the economics of not achieving it? It seems to me that there are a lot of companies and individuals that don't have an incentive to accomplish the goals and the objectives that they put out there to the marketplace. And the reasons might be strange, but here's what I notice. First, if a company puts out that they have a goal to solve a certain problem, the world gets behind it and they want them to solve that problem. But they worry, what if we solve the problem? Now what? In the entrepreneur business, everybody talks about the necessity of working themselves out of a job. That if you can work yourself out of a job, you actually have done a great thing because you've put other people into a position of empowerment. But number two, that company doesn't need you anymore. You still own that company, but the company doesn't need you. Then it becomes a real business. It's not really a business. It's more of a practice when the business is dependent on you. But when you own that business and that business now doesn't depend on you, you're in a good place. But let's talk about how many different industries, especially larger companies, seem to worry that if they obsolete themselves or if they take themselves out of the middle of the circle, is it possible that their following will fall away? It seems so ridiculous to me that this could be the case, but it really is. Let's say, for example, Big Pharma. They create these incredible drugs to solve these problems, but you got to wonder, are they thinking, gee, if we solve the problem, we make the problem go away, then this cash cow of a drug that we have will no longer be necessary. So in a certain way, even though there probably are solutions that they could give doctors and they could give patients, in a certain way, you have to wonder, are maybe they disincentivized to provide those solutions? How about this? How about charities that are designed to solve homelessness or the kinds of problems people have with food or other things? If they solve those problems, will people continue to give them money? Well, gee, if you solve that problem and people find that you're great at it, why won't they give you money to solve another kind of a problem? And then you just keep moving your goals and moving and advancing the objectives that you have for your organization. That's what seems to make sense for me. But what about politicians? Politicians do the same thing. They don't really want their constituents to be better off, because if the constituents that right now are dependent on them for whatever goods and services they provide, whatever relief they provide, if they solve the problem, they really help to uplift the constituencies, they probably worry that those constituencies will no longer be loyal to them. I don't know, the fact that they solved a big problem seems like a pretty good reason that somebody would want to be loyal to you, because if you said you could do one thing and you did it, you probably want to go on and do more and better things. Anyway, just some rambling, just thinking that maybe sometimes there are companies who think that solving the problem and being in a position of power is not a good thing. I think it always is. And how does this relate to you and your company? Always keep a goal on the front burner, but keep some bigger goals on the back burner so that when you accomplish your goal and you do great, there's more great things you can do. And I don't think you have to worry about it. If people think that you're awesome, they're going to keep being with you no matter what. When you find a great plumber, do you immediately open the yellow pages to look for another plumber when the guy leaves? I don't think so. I think what you're going to do is you're going to keep going and keep doing business with people who are doing great for you. So when you find people that are doing great, you're going to want to stay with them. So I don't think you ever need to worry that if you solve the problem that you set out to solve, if you accomplish the goal that you set out to accomplish, that you're going to put yourself out of business. Don't worry about it. Do a great job. Be the best that you can be. And that's when the money's going to really start to flow.